This title is a bit misleading. The truth is there is no real way to avoid being grabbed, but more importantly, I'm going to teach you to survive being grabbed. This tutorial should result in you getting to the final round more often, having a better overall time with the game. Grabbing is a part of every game. Everyone gets grabbed and eliminated because of it. Try not to take it personal, just tip your cap and queue up for the next game. Even better still, try to learn what happened so that way you can avoid the same situation from happening again. Most of this guide involves you anticipating other players. We need to have our eyes open so we can predict what other people will do. You won't always be right, but you'll be in a better position not to get grabbed and eliminated. Consequently, this guide will also help you become a better grabber yourself, because you'll know when beans are making mistakes. Don't say I didn't warn you, because grabbing can be addicting, very addicting. Know the ledge. Don't stand near the ledge. I see beans do this all the time. In any situation, make sure that you're not standing anywhere near the edge of the platform. This will make it easier for a bean to tip you overboard if you're not paying attention. This goes for all games, even the memory match game. Do your best to stay in the center of platforms at all times, especially if it's a survival situation. Number 2, beam a fight. The minigame involving Jump Showdown, or any variation of it, is where your bean needs to jump over the rotating stick in order to survive. This is where people love to grab just before the stick reaches you, resulting in your jump getting eaten, which will result in you getting hit, which, well, you know what will happen next, right? This is where the anticipation comes in. Remember, I said you'll have to try and predict what other people will do. This is what the pro gamers, or whatever you want to call them, they call it reading other players. On the stick games, try to stay away from the beans when the stick is near. Don't stand near them. When it's your turn to jump, hopefully you've gained enough social distance to avoid being grabbed in the first place. So now you have 3 things to look out for in the scenario. Number 1, you have the rotating stick pattern. Number 2, you have to keep socially distanced between you and other players. And number 3, you need to stay away from those ledges. If you can manage all of this, all at the same time, while constantly trying to survive, you'll have a better chance at moving on to the next round or even winning a crown. Isn't that fun? Also, if you become grabbed before the stick hits you, don't worry, just jump out of it. You've probably given yourself enough space to jump before the stick gets to you.
Here's one piece of advice that I forgot to mention, is that it's hard to grab a moving target. If you don't want to get grabbed, keep moving. Don't let them hone in on your position. Don't let them figure out what you're going to do. Keep moving and don't stand still. Good luck.
Now, so far I've been showing you how to avoid becoming effectively grabbed, but what if you're in the grasp of another player and you're facing elimination? Well, I'm gonna show you what to do. No worries. You have to jump. That's the trick. They got a tight grip on you and it looks like they're going to hold on to you for the entire duration, which the pro gamers called a full pop. Full popping is when you hold on to somebody long enough to where the game won't let you hold on anymore and it swings, it pretty much pops you off into the next direction. Well, the good thing is you have buttons too. Jump, jump, jump. Mash that jump button and break free just before the stick hits you or before you take a slime bath dip. You got to get out of it. And there's one more thing that we can do once we break free. So if you find yourself in the scenario when you actually are able to break free, you've broken free from that grasp, there's another thing that you may want to take into consideration while you're in midair. And that is dolphin diving. Yes, dolphin diving is very useful in gaining more distance once you've broken away from another player's grasp. It helps you get closer to the center of the platform so that way you can't get pushed off the edge again. That's the safest place for you to be. Pro tip. I've seen players jump and dive straight out of a rollout situation, but instead of going behind the grabber, they actually jump over the platform. So if they're pushing you off the edge, sometimes going with the flow will help you survive. You know, you may bonk your head on a wall or something, but you'll still be alive, especially if you have no place to go or if you're caught off guard. Here's a very important scenario that happens from time to time. You're on Big Fan. You need to make it across the other side. But that's just some bean casually hanging out near the edge of that ledge. Let's put on our prediction hats and predict what would happen or what that person is going to do in that situation. So here's our prediction. what the bean is gonna do is they're gonna stand in the ledge, and just as you're trying to jump over the other side, they're gonna grab you, and that your jump's gonna get eaten, and you're gonna fall off. Right? That's happened to you before. It's happened to me before. It's happened to everybody before. We don't want that to happen to us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mess with this person first, since they're already at the edge. Well, you know what to do. Remember earlier I said that being near the ledge is not where you want to be? Well, that being is near the ledge at that point. What we're gonna do is, if you just want to mess with them, run up to them and grab onto them, hold onto them, and push them over the side. Now that's how you show them who's boss, right? It can be addicting. You can also become a grabber yourself. That's what I'm saying. This guide will help you with both. It's fun stuff. See? Look at this information. This is pretty much the key moments in Fall Guys where grabbing can be its most frustrating, its most infuriating. So this is kind of how you gotta maneuver and navigate your way. It's not always about getting first place or making it to the other side. It's about getting to the very end. Getting to the final at least, and maybe getting out a crown. This is how you do it. This is how you avoid would-be grabbers and maybe even inflict a little damage of your own. So remember the ledges. Stay socially distanced when the stick is coming through for jump showdowns and jump blowdowns and things like that. And you know, increase your social distance. You should be just fine. Now, this isn't going to. This is not to say that you'll never get grabbed again, and you'll never get pantsed again, you'll never get eliminated again. But it's a part of the game. Have fun with it. Try to predict what other players are going to do. That's the fun game. That's another level of Fall Guys that I really like. Is trying to predict what other people are going to do, and looking at their mannerisms, looking at their habits, looking at their play style, dissecting it, and figuring out what they're going to do next. Now you're playing that next level Fall Guys. I hope this guide helped you in whatever way possible. Fall Guys is a fun game. Try not to get frustrated. You know, frustration does come, but it's a game. Enjoy yourself. If you get pantsed or whatever, you get eliminated by a grab, just try to learn from it. Tip your cap to the next being, the next person who did it to you, and move on. It happens to everybody. I've seen professional people who stream this 11 hours, 12 hours a day have that happen to them. So you're not being singled out. You're not the only one. But yeah, enjoy. Hopefully this guide helped you. Let me know, is there anything that I missed? Is there any other things, tips and tricks that you might have that you want to share with me or everybody else in the community? Let me know in the comment section below. And I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to TeeTekTrab. Yes, again, that is TeeTekTrab signing out with another gameplay tutorial video. Yeah, if you found this helpful at all, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps me out tremendously. We're trying to make it to maybe 5,000 subscribers. That'd be pretty dope, right? It's Fall Guys, baby. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you all so much, and bye.